You're now listening to the Decisive Libra podcast.
I got beef with you, Joe. Get the fuck out of that White House. It's time for you to go. Joseph, you a motherfucking bitch. You got in that office and you motherfucking switched. The people should have never chose your ass. You trying to kill the world with all the motherfucking gas? Animals is crying. Mother Earth dying. You don't give a fuck because your ass gonna be lying down in that grave because you old as shit. Alaska's supposed to be cold as shit. Y'all gonna melt that ice. That's not nice. Take my advice and get your ass out of that White House. It's time to go. We did it, Joe. No, the fuck you didn't. And take Kamala with you, too. Both of y'all asses grass. If she rocking with you, I'm on her ass. I ain't fucking playing. Global warming real is what the fuck I'm saying. They're trying to drill oil for some motherfucking money. But if we all dead, who the fuck gonna spend the money, dummy? You tell me that. Since you got your fancy political degree, you know every motherfucking thing. Who gonna spend the money if y'all kill all of us and y'all kill all of the fucking animals? What we gonna eat if we ain't got no meat? Well, those ain't the animals that we eat, but they still don't deserve to motherfucking die. All the politicians are trying to take us out because they old.
Black patients dress up and modify their speech to reduce bias, California survey shows. They say that many Black Californians report adjusting their appearance or behavior, even minimizing questions, all to reduce the chances of discrimination and bias in hospitals, clinics, and doctors' offices. They say 32% pay special attention to how they dress, 35% modify their speech or behavior to put doctors at ease, and 41% of Black patients signal to the provider that they are educated, knowledgeable, and prepared. A lady in the article says when she goes to the doctor's office, she will slip in that she works in the medical field in administration. I've done that before. I told them I'm an RN because I'm trying to live. We have to advocate for ourselves. And I tell people that I know, if you go to the doctor's office, you better be clean because people judge you. That's just the world.
As a California girly myself, I can tell you that California is very segregated and LA is very segregated. I remember being one of the few Black people in our high school, and yeah, California's weird. Don't let it deceive you. There's a lot of Republicans. There's a lot of white supremacists in California too.
In75 is my sustainable luxury handbag and accessories line where I create all of my products using 3D technology and making everything handcrafted and as sustainable as possible. I have a bunch of new accessories and more menswear coming soon. So be sure to check out our website in75.design.com.
So y'all want Black men to go to therapy just to see therapists that need therapy themselves?
So y'all want people to go to the doctor just to see doctors that need doctors themselves? Wait, y'all tripping. So y'all want Black women to go to see hair braiders just to see hair braiders that need hair braiders for themselves? So y'all want people to go to the dentist regularly, huh? Just to see dentists that need dentists themselves? Please, I know y'all tripping. I know y'all tripping now because what you telling me is that women need to go see nail techs when some of them nail techs need nail techs for themselves? No, wait. So you're telling me that you're going to go see an eye doctor just to see an eye doctor that needs an eye doctor for themselves? If you ain't seen an eye doctor with 20/20 vision, what the fuck is wrong with you? Y'all sleep. Y'all hoes is sleep.
Here's the thing. If I can treat myself better than you can, then I don't need you.
I have no issue weaponizing their reproductive systems as well as their incompetence when it comes to taking.
I'm gonna try and make this quick. I am a child-free woman. I've never even been pregnant. This is not only due to my taking precautions to not get pregnant, but also because of the ideology that I would like to share with y'all. I think it might be helpful to a lot of women. Any man that you have not consensually planned to have a child with, who insists on having sex with you unprotected and releases inside of you, is one of two things. They are either evil enough to get you killed on purpose, or they are stupid enough to get you killed by accident. They are not your friend. They are an op. They are out to get you. They are planting a bomb inside of you which will blow your entire life up if you survive. And as far as I'm concerned, most men know that impregnating a woman who has not planned out a child is an act of warfare. Why do you think they call it shooting up the club? It's a very appropriate way to think about what that act actually is.
So if you haven't had the chance to watch that whole video, I would suggest you go back and watch it now because she makes a really good point. And another point I was thinking while I was watching it is that birth and pregnancy is inherently more dangerous for black and brown women than it is for their white counterparts. As a matter of fact, in 2000, the CDC reported that it was 44% more likely for a black woman to die in childbirth than her white counterpart. In 2018, 2 years before that study, they found that black infants were 42% more likely to die. Forcing birth in areas where black women are more likely to encounter implicit bias and also environmental factors which make pregnancy more risky is inherently hazardous. So, while felons can't vote, neither can dead people.
If they try to do that, we pay taxes in this country. Women pay taxes. So if you want to take away our rights, you're not going to get our tax dollars anymore. You can change your W-4 form at any time during the year. You can withhold your taxes until the end of the year. Make sure you pay your taxes. I'm not saying don't pay your taxes, but I'm saying your tax dollars should be valued the same as your voting abilities are valued. So if they don't want to give you voting abilities, women, hold your tax dollars. You can change your W-4 forms and you can pay your taxes at the end of the year. You don't have to pay every check.
There's no positive uplifting of black men in black culture. We raise our girls and we call our boys too much.
This guy said, we raise our girls, but we coddle our boys. And that's such a powerful statement because it completely encapsulates why black men are where they are currently. They're not being challenged and they're not being pushed by the people who supposedly love them. And that's why there's such an adverse reaction to critique or correction of dangerous and destructive behaviors. At the end of the day, I want better for black men and black boys, but they have to want better for themselves first.
So this other phenomenon that tends to go on is people say like, oh, well, he's the man of the house. He's the man of the house now. No, he's a child. My dad was someone who became the man of the house at 10 years old. No, he's not the man of the house. Yes, his father passed away, but he's not the man of the house. He's a fucking child. And he needs to rise to the occasion, do his chores, do his homework, do things like that. But that doesn't make him the man of the house. Don't be putting that kind of pressure on a kid. Like, that's weird. He's not your husband. He's a fucking kid. He's not the man of the house. He's going to be the man of his own house in the future with his own spouse, but not with you. And that's weird to put on a kid, man. That's too much pressure.
When Africans protest, we are barbaric. When French people and Europeans protest, then it's like, yeah, let's do it the way the French people are doing it. They're doing it right. And my thing is, white people are so lucky because they don't have to buy into respectability and desirability politics because they made themselves the template, the symbol of what everyone should be doing. And the thing is, even if Africans do what the French are doing, we will be vilified forever. You know, Africans can never do anything right because the very basis of our identity in Eurocentric society is that everything that we're doing is wrong. Everything that we do is the antithesis of a civilized Western society. So when we are quiet about injustices, then we are docile. We need saviors. But then when we are protesting, then we're barbaric and we need saviors again to come and show us how to negotiate. And I don't see how people expect Africans to be quiet when they've been trying to negotiate their way out of necropolitics and neocolonialism.
But see, that's the thing. We need to just not give a fuck. We need to just not give a fuck. Say what you want to say. Call it whatever you want to call it. But the point is that we're not taking nobody's shit no more. And we need to be out in the streets and we need to protest and we need to do what we need to do and not worry about whatever people say on the news. Who gives a fuck? Because they're sitting in their little air-conditioned room. They don't give a fuck about us. No way. They don't care about us whether we live or die. So why should we care about how they cover us on the news? Yeah, there's going to be people who act like they're afraid of us. We were not the people eating mummies. We were not the people feeding babies to alligators. So why would I care about their opinion when they have a history of violence and murder?
Definitely the person where I'm like, I'm nice until you try me.
That's exactly how I feel about Joe Biden and the Democratic Party acting like
They can't figure things out about debt forgiveness with student loans. You better figure it out, Joe.